I think we all need to stop pretending that 2026 is just another tough year. For months, I've been watching the news, looking at my bank account, and watching my girlfriend struggle to find a job that hasn't been automated or offshored, and I've realized something terrifying. The Great Reset everyone talked about isn't some conspiracy, it's the reality of 2026. We are moving away from the dream of permanent security because that world literally doesn't exist anymore. Between the US-Israel-Iran escalation and the constant threat of a total shutdown in the Strait of Hormuz, the global system isn't just broken anymore. It is being fundamentally reset, and Gen Z is the generation that has to figure out how to survive the fallout. Let's talk about the math, because the math is what's eating us alive. With oil prices surging past $100 per barrel due to these strikes on energy infrastructure, the cost of living has become a cost of survival. In 2026, over 8 in 10 of us say living costs are our defining stressor, shaping every choice from when we marry to if we can even stay in this country. Every time a new drone is launched in a conflict halfway across the world, your grocery bill goes up. Your rent goes up, your ability to save for that traditional life disappears. This creates a tangible pressure on our household economies that previous generations just didn't have to deal with. I make $85,000 as a remote SDR, which sounds like a lot for the Midwest, but when 79% of us are waiting for sales just to buy basic goods, you know the American dream is being sold to a demographic that can no longer afford it. Here is what's really sick. Governments are currently issuing record levels of sovereign bonds to fund defense and industrial policies instead of investing in our future. They are borrowing against our future earnings to pay for weapons today. This is crowding out the investment that should be going into our social safety nets, our housing, and our education. While they spend billions on geopolitics as the new gravity, my partner is looking at a job market where 37% of companies are replacing entry-level roles with AI by the end of this year. We are being told to be resilient, but the system is actively removing every floor we have to stand on. Even first homes feel like a gamble when the median wage for a degree holder has barely moved since 1990 when adjusted for inflation. We are living in what experts are calling a Navi world nonlinear, accelerated, volatile, and interconnected. In this world, your employer-sponsored healthcare isn't a benefit, it's a shackle. I deal with type 1 diabetes, and the only reason I don't go bankrupt is a job I'm terrified to leave. In a world at war, where supply chains are volatile, being handcuffed to a job just for insurance is a massive strategic risk. If my company has a hiring freeze or layoff because of global instability, I'm not just unemployed, I'm a medical liability. This is why the exit strategy isn't a luxury anymore, it's a survival requirement. We're caught in a credit paradox where we need stability to access housing, but the labor market is designed to keep us volatile and denied. So what's the move? If the world is resetting, we have to reset our strategy. We need to look for neutral safe havens countries that aren't funneling 60% of their GDP into defense bonds. I'm looking at places like Indonesia or Vietnam, where the cost of living is approximately 70% to 76% lower than in the US. You can live a high-quality life for $1,200 to $1,500 a month in these regions, while the West works through its systemic reset. But it's getting harder. Visa walls are going up. Portugal is tightening rules, and countries like Latvia now want you to prove a $3,100 monthly income just to stay. The window to switch the game is closing as geopolitics makes everyone more protective of their borders. I'm not making this video to be doom and gloom. I'm making it because 2026 is the final proof that the default path is a trap for my generation. If the system is going to reset, then I'm resetting with it. I'm focusing on building location independence and optionality so that no matter what happens in the global job market, my life doesn't fall apart. I'm documenting this entire journey here, moving from a checked out mindset to a strategically independent one. If you're tired of playing a rigged game and want to discuss real exit strategies, join the Discord linked below. We're all just trying to find the key to the handcuffs. Click like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next update.